Castor oil has been sitting in Grandma's cabinet for decades, and she never had to Google how to use it. But you've been doing it completely wrong. Here are 25 mistakes you're making with castor oil and exactly how Grandma would fix every single one of them. Number 25. You're buying the wrong kind. Most people grab whatever bottle is on the sale shelf without reading a single label. Grandma always said the bottle should say cold-pressed, hexane-free, and 100% pure. If it doesn't say those things, you're basically rubbing cheap processed oil on your body and wondering why nothing is working. The color should be pale yellow, and it should have a very mild, almost nutty smell. Anything that smells harsh or looks completely clear has been heavily processed and stripped of everything useful. Number 24. You're using too much at once. This is one of the biggest mistakes beginners make. Castor oil is incredibly thick and concentrated. Your skin doesn't need a huge glob of it to absorb the benefits. Grandma would put a few drops, and we mean just a few, onto her fingertips and work it in slowly. She always said more is not better with castor oil. Too much, and it just sits on top of your skin, clogs everything up, and you wake up feeling like you dipped yourself in a bucket of grease. Less is genuinely more here. Number 23. You're not mixing it with a carrier oil. Pure castor oil alone is so thick that it can actually cause issues for some skin types, especially if you're applying it to your face or scalp. Grandma would always blend it. Her favorite combination was mixing 1 part castor oil with 2 or 3 parts of a lighter oil like coconut, almond, or even plain olive oil. This thins it out enough to spread properly, helps it absorb better, and honestly makes the whole experience much more pleasant. Straight castor oil on sensitive skin can cause irritation or even breakouts if you're not careful. Number 22. You're skipping the patch test. Nobody wants to do this step, but Grandma was absolutely firm about it. Before you slather castor oil anywhere new on your body, dab a tiny amount on the inside of your wrist or elbow and wait 24 hours. Some people have genuine sensitivities to castor oil, and finding that out on your entire scalp or face is a horrible experience. Grandma saw this happen to a neighbor once and never let anyone skip the patch test again. 10 seconds of preparation saves you hours of regret. Number 21. You're applying it on dirty skin. This one surprises people, but makes complete sense once you hear it. When you apply castor oil on top of skin that already has dead cells, dirt, product buildup, or natural oils sitting on the surface, the castor oil cannot penetrate properly. It just layers on top of the mess. Grandma always cleansed the skin first, patted it dry, and then applied castor oil while the skin was still ever so slightly damp. That slight dampness actually helps the oil lock in moisture and absorb more effectively. Number 20. You're not warming the oil first. Cold castor oil is stiff and difficult to work with. It doesn't spread well, and it doesn't absorb quickly. Grandma would pour her small amount into her palms and rub them together for about 30 seconds before touching her skin or scalp. Or she'd place the bottle in a small bowl of warm water for a few minutes. Warming it up slightly changes the whole experience. It becomes more fluid, spreads more evenly, and actually feels like it's doing something the moment it touches you. This small step makes a noticeable difference. Number 19. You're applying it and immediately wiping it off. People treat castor oil like a face wash. They're rinsing away after 30 seconds. It doesn't work that way. Castor oil needs time. It's a deeply penetrating oil that works its magic over hours, not minutes. Grandma always applied it at night and left it on until morning. Whether it was on her eyebrows, her joints, her scalp, or her heels, she let it sit. The longer contact time is what allows the ricinoleic acid in castor oil to actually do its job. Patience is the secret ingredient Grandma never had to write down. Number 18. You're using it on your scalp without massaging it in. Simply pouring castor oil onto your head and leaving it there is almost pointless. The oil needs to reach the hair follicles, and hair follicles live under the scalp, not on top of it. Grandma would section her hair carefully, Apply the oil directly to the scalp in small amounts, and then use her fingertips in firm circular motions for at least 5 to 10 minutes. That massage stimulates blood circulation to the follicles. The oil plus the circulation together is what supports hair growth. Without the massage, you're missing half the equation. Number 17. You're leaving it in your hair for too long without protection. Here's something that confuses a lot of people. Leaving castor oil in your hair for more than a day or two without washing it out can actually attract dust, environmental debris, and cause more buildup than benefit. Grandma had a simple rule. Apply it the night before. Cover your hair with a soft cotton scarf or a satin cap to protect your pillowcase and wash it out thoroughly the next morning. Clean scalp, clean application, clean removal. That cycle is what produces results over time. Number 16. You're not washing it out properly. Castor oil is one of the most stubborn oils to remove from hair. If you just shampoo once with a gentle shampoo, you're leaving a significant amount of residue behind. That residue weighs hair down, makes it look greasy and flat, and can eventually block follicles. Grandma would apply shampoo to her dry hair before even getting in the shower. That pre-shampoo technique breaks down the oil before water is introduced. Then she'd rinse, shampoo again in the shower, and rinse thoroughly. 2 full rounds of shampooing is the minimum when you've used castor oil on your scalp. Number 15. You're expecting results in a week. This is possibly the most common reason people give up on castor oil entirely. They use it twice and then announce it doesn't work. Grandma laughed at this. She would tell anyone who asked that castor oil is a long game. Hair growth results take a minimum of 4 to 6 weeks of consistent use before you see meaningful change. Skin and joint benefits can take just as long. Nothing about castor oil is designed for instant gratification. It works slowly, steadily, and deeply. Consistency over weeks and months is what Grandma built her entire routine on. Number 14. You're using it only on your hair and ignoring everything else it can do. Castor oil has so many applications that most people haven't even considered. Grandma used it on her cuticles to keep them soft, on her heels to combat dryness and cracking, on her eyebrows and eyelashes to encourage thickness, on her knuckles in the winter months, on her lips before bed, and even on her eyelids to ease puffiness. She had 1 bottle and she used it everywhere. Meanwhile, most people have it sitting on 1 shelf designated only for hair days. You're underusing a powerhouse ingredient. Number 13. You're ignoring your eyelashes. Grandma's eyelashes were naturally full well into her later years, and the castor oil routine she kept was a big reason why. Using a clean, old mascara wand or a small cotton swab, she would apply the tiniest amount of castor oil along her lash line before going to sleep each night. The key word is tiny. Too much near the eyes causes irritation and blurry vision. A barely there coating is all you need. Over weeks, the nourishing properties of the oil support lash health and thickness. Do not use this if you wear contact lenses without removing them first. Number 12. You're putting it on your eyelashes with your fingers. Fingers carry bacteria, and the eye area is the last place you want a bacterial encounter. Grandma was very specific about this. She used only clean tools near her eyes. A freshly washed mascara wand, a clean cotton swab, or even a very fine eyeliner brush she kept specifically for this purpose. She cleaned those tools regularly and never double-dipped. This isn't about being fussy. It's about keeping your eyes safe. Infections near the eye area are serious. Clean tools are not optional when you're working near your eyes. Number 11. You're using castor oil packs incorrectly. Castor oil packs are one of Grandma's most powerful remedies, but the number of people doing them wrong is staggering. A castor oil pack involves soaking a piece of cloth, traditionally flannel, in castor oil and placing it on an area of the body, usually the abdomen, to support circulation and ease discomfort. The mistakes people make include using too little oil, using the wrong kind of cloth, not applying gentle heat on top, and not leaving it on long enough. Grandma would saturate the cloth properly, place it on the skin, cover it with plastic wrap to protect clothing. Apply a warm heating pad and rest for at least an hour. That full process is what makes it effective. Number 10. You're storing it incorrectly. Castor oil doesn't last forever, and how you store it dramatically affects its shelf life and potency. Grandma kept her bottle in a cool, dark cupboard away from direct sunlight and heat sources. She also made sure the cap was always tightly sealed to prevent oxidation. Storing castor oil near a sunny window, in a hot bathroom cabinet, or with a loose lid can cause it to go rancid much faster than it should. Rancid oil smells noticeably sour or off and should never be used on skin or hair. If you're not sure, smell it before every use. Number 9. You're not using it on your joints and muscles. Grandma did not have a single bottle of expensive pain relief cream in her medicine cabinet. She didn't need one. She used warm castor oil massaged into stiff, achy joints and sore muscles on a regular basis. The ricinoleic acid in castor oil has properties that have been recognized for reducing localized discomfort and stiffness when applied directly and massaged in with firm, consistent pressure. She would warm the oil, apply it generously to the area, cover it with a warm cloth, and rest. Many older generations relied on this practice regularly, especially during cold months when joints tend to stiffen more. Number 8. You're using castor oil on broken or irritated skin. Castor oil is for healthy skin maintenance and nourishment, not for open wounds, actively irritated rashes, or broken skin. Applying any oil to compromised skin creates an environment where bacteria can thrive and healing can be disrupted. Grandma was very clear on this boundary. If there was any break in the skin, active infection, severe rash, or anything that looked like it needed a doctor, the castor oil stayed in the cabinet. Use it on healthy skin to keep it healthy. Do not use it as a substitute for proper wound care or medical treatment. Number 7. You're ingesting it without knowing what you're doing. Castor oil has historically been used as a laxative in very small measured doses, but this is absolutely not something to experiment with casually. Taking too much castor oil orally can cause severe cramping, nausea, diarrhea, and dehydration. Grandma knew exactly how much was appropriate and under what circumstances, and she also knew when to consult an elder or a doctor instead of self-treating. In today's context, any internal use of castor oil should only happen under professional guidance. It is not a casual health supplement you throw into your morning smoothie. Please treat it with the respect it deserves. Number 6. You're applying it right before putting on clothes. Castor oil stains are a nightmare to get out of fabric. Grandma learned this once and never repeated the mistake. She always applied castor oil at night, wore old dedicated clothing or nothing over the treated area, used dark towels or old linens, and was fully prepared for contact between the oil and fabric. If you're applying it to your hair, wear a satin cap. If you're applying it to your body, wear clothes you don't care about. Your good white shirt is not going to survive a castor oil encounter, and no amount of laundry detergent is fully going to fix that. Number 5. You're only using it when you remember. Castor oil is not a once-in-a-while remedy. It's a commitment. Grandma didn't use castor oil every now and then when she felt like it. She had specific nights, specific applications, and specific routines she followed week after week for years. That consistency is what produced the thick brows, the strong nails, the soft skin, and the mobile joints. Random occasional use produces random occasional results. If you genuinely want to see what castor oil can do, you have to give it the kind of consistent attention that Grandma gave it, without exception. Number 4. You're not paying attention to how your skin responds. Everyone's skin is different, and castor oil affects people differently. Some people can use pure castor oil daily with no issues. Others find it congesting or irritating after just a few applications. Grandma always paid attention. She noticed if her skin changed, if breakouts appeared, if an area became more dry rather than less, or if any itching or redness developed. She adjusted her approach based on what her skin was telling her. You need to be just as observant. Castor oil is not a one-size-fits-all prescription. It's a tool, and how your individual body responds should always guide how you use it. Number 3. You're combining it with products that cancel it out. Using castor oil right after applying a product loaded with alcohol, synthetic fragrances, or harsh chemicals can actually work against you. Alcohol-based products strip moisture before the castor oil even has a chance to work. Strong synthetic ingredients can react with the oil. Grandma used castor oil on clean, product-free skin. She didn't layer it on top of a 10-step routine. Sometimes simplicity is the highest form of intelligence in a skincare or hair care routine. Know what you're layering castor oil with, and if you're not sure, apply it alone on clean skin and let it do its work uninterrupted. Number 2. You're not being patient with your eyebrows. Eyebrow regrowth with castor oil is the most popular application right now, but it is also the one where people quit fastest. Sparse eyebrows from years of over-plucking or natural thinning are not going to fill in overnight. Grandma would say this takes months, not days, not weeks, but months of nightly application to the brow area using a clean spoolie or cotton swab, followed by a gentle massage along the brow bone. And she meant every single night without skipping. Results before the 2-month mark are rare. Results at the 3 to 4 month mark with consistent nightly application are real and visible. Stick with it longer than feels comfortable, and then keep going. Number 1. The biggest mistake of all. You're giving up right before it starts working. This is the mistake Grandma saw over and over again across every generation. People would start, stay consistent for a few weeks, see nothing dramatic yet, and then quit. The biology of skin and hair means that changes happen underneath the surface long before they become visible on the outside. Your hair follicles are being nourished weeks before a strand grows. Your skin cells are turning over before the glow becomes obvious. Grandma called this the invisible phase, and she said the people who quit during the invisible phase never got to see the results that were already building. Trust the process, trust the oil, and trust your grandmother. Now for a quick conclusion. Grandma's entire philosophy around castor oil was simple. Use the right oil, use it correctly, use it consistently, and let time do the rest. She didn't chase trends or overnight solutions. She built habits that compounded over years. If you take nothing else from this video, take these 3 things. Always buy cold-pressed, hexane-free castor oil. Always apply it at night on clean skin with clean hands or tools. And always, always give it more time than you think it needs. The most powerful beauty secret Grandma ever kept wasn't some exotic ingredient. It was patience. And castor oil was just the vehicle she used to practice it.